Michael Radler of the Monroe County Sheriff's Office. My name is Chris Chichester. I live at 26 Sanders Farm Drive in Penfield. You know my name. You know my name, Michael Radler, because you're afraid to open your mail from me. I have never been afraid to open an envelope addressed to me, no matter who it's from. Why did you return this envelope to me, Michael Radler? The Freedom of Information law that demands the public employee payroll, the list of salaries for the Monroe County Sheriff's Office is in this envelope that I did not open. What does it say about you, Michael Radler, that you're afraid to open your mail? What is so upsetting, terrifying to you to open an envelope? Tell me. Why didn't you open this envelope? Taxpayer subsidized public employee, Michael Radler. Why? Well, Michael, you have company at 130 South Plymouth Avenue because Sheriff Todd Baxter is afraid to open his mail from me. The Sheriff of Monroe County, Todd Baxter, is afraid to open his mail from me. Why? The Freedom of Information law that demands a list of salaries for every public employee at the Monroe County Sheriff's Office to include the jail is in here. And this is unopened. There it is right there. Registered mail return receipt. That's what I filled out at the Penfield Post Office. What does it say about you, Sheriff Todd Baxter, that you are afraid to open your mail from me? What does it say about your employees, that your employees are afraid to open their mail from me? You, Michael Radler, on July 11, 2019, signed your name right there. MJ Radler. That's the Freedom of Information law that demands the public employee payroll. Why did you fail to send it to me? On September 16th, you, Michael Radler, again, signed your name. That's the Freedom of Information law that demands a list of salaries at the Monroe County Sheriff's Office and jail. Kelly Cardwell, that's undated and no signature. Kelly Cardwell, that is July 25th, and that has your signature. Kathleen Miller, February 14th, 2019. So that's 3 employees at the Monroe County Sheriff's Office that received this document. Registered mail return receipt, and you refuse to comply with the document inside, which is the Freedom of Information law that demands your public employee payroll, list of salaries of everybody at Monroe County Sheriff's Office and Monroe County Jail. Your contempt for the law is disgusting at the Monroe County Sheriff's Office. The law is for other people at the Monroe County Sheriff's Office. You are above the law, 130 South Plymouth Avenue. So you, Michael Radler, were a Monroe County Sheriff's Office employee for 20 plus years and you retired. And then you were rehired by Sheriff Todd Baxter to be an assistant or a special assistant in his office. What do you do at the Monroe County Sheriff's Office? Are you at the office? Or are you out on the roads doing a job? I will guess that you're not in a vehicle. that you're not investigating a case, that you're not pursuing real criminals, especially violent criminals in Rochester or Monroe County. You're just a pathetic bureaucrat, Michael Radler. That's what you are. And you're a pathetic bureaucrat that I don't know the salary for. Do you exist in six figures, Michael Radler? That's what I want to know. How many public employees at the Monroe County Sheriff's Office exist in six figures? I don't know the answer. And I demand to know the answer. So you, Michael Radler, as a double dipper, you had your one paycheck in your glorious career at the Monroe County Sheriff's Office, and you retired, and then you got your second paycheck as an assistant or a special assistant. So you, Michael Radler, are a double dipper. And that's apparently legal in the state of New York, because there are other public employees doing it. If a situation or behavior is legal in local, state, or federal government, that doesn't necessarily make it ethical. And you, Michael Radler, are an unethical employee. I would never accept two paychecks from the same employer. So, Michael Radler, what I want to know is, did you star in this movie, Twins? Because is this you right here? You know, because Danny DeVito is leaning up against you in Twins. Is this you? I have to, because I looked at your picture online, baby, and here you are right here in this film, Twins. I was thinking that you starred in Twins because you have your two paychecks. So perhaps you were starring in Twins with your two paychecks. And I'd like to know, Michael, if you're related to Lyle and Eric Menendez. Perhaps you've heard of the Menendez brothers and their whack job attorney. So here they are right here in their mugshots here. And also, Michael, I'd like to know if you're related to Jose and Ozzy Canseco. And you can definitely see that their arms here are not from just buying vitamins at the Wegmans Food Market's headquarters with Sheriff Baxter. I mean, you got to look at this here. They're using some type of product here where their arms are abnormal, baby. So there's something going on there with Jose and Ozzy Canseco. Said, Michael, I'd like to know if you're related to twins Alanis Morissette and Wade Morissette. There she is right there. And, she's got a tattoo on her arm there. And I think she just said, did you forget about me, Mr. Duplicity? I hate to bug you in the middle of dinner. I hope I'm not bugging you in the middle of dinner right now, Michael, as I'm demanding your public employee payroll, a list of salaries, since your entire existence at the Monroe County Sheriff's Office is because of the taxpayers of Monroe County and the state of New York. So, and Michael Radler, are you related to Tyler and Cameron Winklevoss? Have you heard of the Winklevoss? You know, I know how much they're worth. It's $1 billion, baby. But I know their worth. And I don't know the salaries from anybody at the Monroe County Sheriff's Office, so I know what the Winklevoss twins are making. But I don't know what you're making, Michael Radler, the double dipper. What's going on? Get with the program, MR, baby. So, Michael, perhaps you've heard of the Bee Gees. All right, now this is not a photograph of twins, but two of these guys are twins. But I'd like to know from you, Michael, since you're a double dipper, if you're going to be getting a third paycheck soon. That's why I got the BGs here. Because if you get that third paycheck, what you need to do is buy a paint can, all right, and then put on a pair of the worst polyester slacks you can find, and then walk into your office at 130 South Plymouth Avenue carrying that paint can, okay? And then you can go to 2001 Odyssey and be treated like a god even though you're a 19-year-old idiot. All right, now, so what I'd like to know, I sent you my Valentine's Day information. I'm not going to go through every four because I'm only going to tell you about one. And the most important one is here, the names and salaries of every public employee at the Monroe County District Attorney. Excuse me, that's the District Attorney's. Oh, I made an error. Yeah, that's the right one. I sent it to Sandra Dorley, too. Names and salaries of every public employee at the Monroe County Sheriff's Office. That's the correct foil. So, are you going to send it to me? You have it. Send it to me. Because I am relentless, and you're going to get this from me relentlessly. So, now what I'd like to know, Sheriff Baxter, is how the morning meeting went today. Because here you are with Herman Gehring, Rudolph Hess, and Albert Speer. Okay, and I'd like to know how it went today, about how you're planning to police Monroe County, how you're going to abridge the civil and constitutional rights of innocent New Yorkers like me. So, at the meeting, Todd, it's very important for you to control yourself. Okay, Todd, you got to knock it off with that at the morning meeting. Just knock it off with that. That serves no purpose at all. I mean, what the hell is this? What are you doing at the morning meeting? This is total incoherence, Todd. So knock that off at the morning meeting, all right? Because when you're doing that at the morning meeting, you're having a bad influence on your subordinates, like Benito Mussolini here. He looks at you, Todd, doing that, and he wants to be like you, and your subordinate, Benito Mussolini, who I do not know the salary for, he's going like this too, Todd. So that's the type of bad influence you're having on your public employees, Todd. And I don't know what the hell you're doing with this type of mustache here. I mean, what is that? What is that you got going on here? Because I've never seen a mustache like this before. I mean, you are bizarro world there with that mustache. What the hell's going on with that? I don't get it, Todd. I don't get it. So, and you know what else I don't get is at 130 South Plymouth Avenue, you are such an egomaniac with these parades and celebrations. I mean, here you are, standing here, you're about to have this big, here you're Monroe County Sheriff employees on the side of you. You're going to walk down this big promenade here. You're going to get up here, you're going to start screaming and going berserk, totally losing your mind, in your original language of German. So you need to knock this off, Todd, all right? And you need to do your job. Get back to your job, Todd, which is abridging the civil and constitutional rights of innocent Americans. And the people that can help you do this are Monroe County Sheriff employee Patty Hearst. Now, you can see her. She's here with her automatic weapon. She just robbed Canandaigua National Bank and Trust. That's my bank. I was in there. And in the Monroe County Sheriff Office employee, Patty Hearst, she walked in there with this automatic weapon, walked out with about $20,000. So you need to counsel Monroe County Sheriff Office Patty Hearst and tell her to stop robbing Canandaigua National Bank and Trust, especially when I'm there. You got that, Todd? You understand what I'm talking about? And you also need to speak to Monroe County Sheriff Office Deputy Sonny Corleone and tell him, to stop biting down on the fingers of Carlo Rizzi in Penfield, all right? This is ridiculous. Carlo was outside hanging around, smoking a cigarette, talking to his buddies, and your employee, Monroe County Sheriff Office employee, Sonny Corleone, drove up. He threw a baseball bat or a stick or something at him, and then he took this garbage can. Once he had him on the ground, he's pounding on, his head with the garbage can, and then Carlos grabbing up on his rail with his hand, and then your employee, Monroe County Sheriff Office employee Sonny Corleone, started biting down on his fingers right there in public. I watched this whole thing. I mean, what the hell is going on? You need to tell your employee, Sonny Corleone, to stop smashing people over the head with garbage cans and biting down on their fingers in public. You got that, Todd? Get with the program already. So, and I'm also concerned with Monroe County Sheriff Office employee Ted Bundy, because he's got something going on here. I don't know what that is. What's he doing? What is your employee Ted Bundy doing here, Todd? I don't get it. I don't get that at all. And you also need to talk to this final employee. He has got a look on his face, Todd, that is very disturbing. This is Monroe County Sheriff Office employee Charles Manson. And I'd say that he has some inner turmoil here. You need to counsel him, because look at that look on his face. All right, so you need to talk to him, and tell him to get control of his emotions and whatnot. So now, Todd, I noticed that your whack jobs, have weight problems. All right, and your whack jobs have weight problems because they're eating too many of these Twinkies here. All right, so you need to tell your whack jobs to lay off these Twinkies. And the reason why I'm showing you this box of Twinkies that I bought at the Wegmans headquarters is because when I was on your Facebook page, the weight problems of your public employees are a disgrace. You need to be in the proper physical condition to be any law enforcement officer or official. You need to have physical strength to be on the job, or the best physical strength possible for your particular situation. So, Sheriff Baxter, what are the physical training standards at the Monroe County Sheriff's Office? And I know the answer. I know the answer, guessing the answer. I'm guessing what the answer is. You don't have any. Why is that? Because you don't have any standards for anything. You had one guy on your Facebook page in his Monroe County Sheriff Office uniform that I will guess was 40 pounds overweight. How does he buy a uniform? How do you distribute the uniforms? Because say you have a guy that's a normal height, 5'10", 5'11", 6 foot, 180 pounds. This guy was 250 plus pounds on about a 5'10", 5'11" frame, I'm guessing. Where does he get his uniform? This is a serious matter. You need to have your public employees in shape. You have to be in physical shape, the best physical shape possible, and you have no physical standards whatsoever, such as an Army PT test. In the Army, you had to do the push-ups, the sit-ups, and the 2-mile run. If you didn't do each in the required number and time, you were flagged. And you were effectively a non-soldier. You could not travel. You could not get promoted. You could not get an award. And you don't have any standards whatsoever. Because it's total incompetence from you, Todd Baxter. Todd, I'd like to recommend Aquanet Extra Super Hold for your hair here. Now, this is unscented here. Unscented all-weather Aquanet Professional Hairspray. Oh, I forgot, Todd. You don't have any hair. I don't know why I was making that mistake, Todd. Thinking that, you have hair. That's why I was recommending you use that hairspray. So, Todd, you need to use Suave, Sleek, Salon-proven here. Anti-frizz cream, smooth flyaways and frizz, anti-frizz cream for the hair. Oh, I'm sorry, Todd. You can't use Suave. I don't have any hair. So I don't know why I was making that mistake, Todd. So, Todd, you need to try Garnier Fructus Style, New Look, Sleek and Shine, Brilliant Shine Glossing Spray, Sleek Finish for the hair. Oh, I'm sorry, Todd. I don't know why I made that mistake. You don't have any hair. So now, Sheriff Baxter, what I want to know is, what the hell are you doing with your employees at Wegmans Food Markets? Why are they there? Why are your employees at Wegmans Food Markets all the time? This is your vehicle at Wegmans Food Markets. This is a private business. This is one of the best private businesses I've ever been in, from Danny and Colleen Wegman. These are entrepreneurs. Danny and Colleen Wegman undoubtedly work as hard as possible for Wegmans Food Markets to provide excellent customer service 24/7. What the fuck are your vehicles always doing alongside that building? Answer that question. Why are they always there? That means you have your employees are driving down Penfield Road and they make the decision. Your taxpayer subsidized employees, like this whack job right here, this woman here, make the decision. I'm going to go into the parking lot and park next to Wegmans Food Markets. Why? Why are your employees alongside a private business? Day in, day out, every day. Because they do whatever the hell they want. Because you have no accountability. That's why. So, I sent to you on July 6th. Cost of a surveillance device purchased taxpayer dollars by Monroe County Sheriff Todd Baxter affixed to a building at 2025 Penfield Road to monitor Christopher Chichester at 26 Sanders Farm Drive. Walks through the parking lot next to the building. This is an email on June 29th. That is sent. Michael Radler, WTAO, S.L. Brody, Kathleen Millen. I don't know salary for any of you. Quote, you expended taxpayer dollars to buy a surveillance device and affix it at the top. Consumer Insights Cult at 2025 Penfield Road. So, you bought a camera and put it on a building to concoct a crime for me. You bought a camera and fixed it to a building to concoct a crime for me. Todd Baxter, there is such a thing as a surveillance device. Because an individual like me accurately describes a camera as a surveillance device is not an indication of paranoid schizophrenia, especially when it is a surveillance device. So, Michael Radler, Kathleen Miller, WTAO, S.L. Brody, which one of you called Lindsey Barron from the Monroe County Office of Mental Health to come to my house? Which one of you did that? Answer that question. I'm exercising my First Amendment right. I'm describing accurately what you have done to me in the abridgment of my civil and constitutional rights, my humanity, and my dignity. And you're picking up the phone and calling this appalling woman at the Monroe County Office of Mental Health. So, I go to Wegmans to use the ATM. I withdraw money. I come back. I'm walking down Sanders Farm Drive, and I see the Monroe County Sheriff Office vehicle in front of my house. And Lindsey Barron is getting out of the vehicle to walk over to my front door. And I don't want any part of this at that moment, because she's been here previously. Such as when I went to Penfield Town Court to drop off a foil. I dropped off a foil at Penfield Town Court. John P. Lomenzo Jr., this 70-year-old hack that's releasing pedophile Daniel Glaus III, he also called her. I'm at Penfield Town Court for 60 seconds. Here's the foil I wanted, a list of his cases. Public information. So what happens is, at the nauseating Star Chamber, Penfield Town Court, and the Monroe County Sheriff's Office, is you refuse to provide information, and then you're calling this appalling woman, Lindsey Barron, because you just want to say you called her. And there's no basis in my behavior. I'm demanding information. I wanted a list. I demanded a list of cases before 70-year-old John P. Lomenzo. I'm there for 60 seconds. He picks up the phone and calls the office. If I described accurately a device that you have purchased as a surveillance device, why are you calling this Lindsey Barron to my house? You put a camera on the building at 2025 Penfield Road because you want to nail me to the wall and concoct a crime for me. The public employee at your office had the video of me on his phone. It was on his phone. It has an assigned number. A surveillance device is a surveillance device. What do you fail to understand? Do you understand that a camera affixed to a building designed to capture an image of a citizen or other object is a surveillance device? This is the accurate description of it. Accusatory instrument. That the defendant, on the above date, approximately 1440 hours, did not only enter or remain unlawfully enter upon the premises of 2041 Penfield Road by walking through the parking lot after being told through certified mail by police that he's not allowed on the property. People walking through that parking lot all day today. How many of these people were arrested today? I could see them right here. If I walk through that parking lot and this psychotic Neeraj Shah sees me, he will call you when you arrest me. You won't arrest a single person for walking through that parking lot. And when you descended on me, I wasn't in the parking lot. And that is shown on the video. So, what are you doing to me? What are you doing to my humanity and my dignity and my character? You do not know what the law represents in Monroe County, Sheriff Todd Baxter. You exist in complete, total contempt for the law. You have abridged my civil and constitutional rights twice. I am 54 years old. In the 30 plus years since I was honorably discharged from 2nd Squadron, 17th Cavalry, 101st Airborne Engineer Assault, Fort Campbell, Kentucky, the number of times I'm arrested is 0. I have always known the difference between right and wrong, legal and illegal. You know, Todd Baxter, you don't know the difference between right and wrong, legal and illegal. How many days in the United States military did you serve Neeraj Shah? How many days in the United States military did you serve Layla Kumar Shah? Neeraj Shah refused. Layla Kumar Shah refused. Layla Kumar Shah returned to sender. Layla Kumar Shah returned to sender. Returned to sender. Layla Kumar Shah. Neeraj Shah returned to sender. They don't own that land. They don't own that land. I'm outside for 30 fucking seconds. And your 6 fanatics are here. Send me that video. I demanded it over and over and over. It was on the phone of your public employee. You're going to hear from me relentlessly. You're going to hear from me every day. And I will soon contact the United States Attorney, James P. Kennedy Jr. in Rochester. I'm going to tell him that I haven't committed a crime. I'm going to tell him I'm an innocent man. I'm going to tell him I didn't hear Miranda. I'm going to tell him the prosecutor didn't talk in court. There is no motivation on earth that rivals innocence.